There's no one like the fans.
That's why Sky Bet are giving you weekly free bets and boosts all season long.
Check out this class offer below. Sky Bet for the fans. Remember, you have to be 18 and over. T's and C's apply. And please gamble aware.
If Tottenham win that trophy, I can't cope.
I want Tottenham to win as well.
Shut up.
I do.
No, don't
I'm
say
praying
no,
for
I
it
need
every
you to
night.
not say
I'm
that.
praying for
No,
it.
do you know what? I'm not even joking. It's on my mind almost more than anything else. I at least dedicate 30 minutes per day to go, please, Man United. Please. Like, I think about this. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think about Tottenham potentially winning in Europe more than I think about Chelsea playing Betis.
Yeah, I get it. I totally
That
get
makes
it.
sense, yeah.
It was kind of how I felt that day about Arsenal against PSG. I just couldn't have them.
No, I was
winning
the
that
same there.
game.
I was
did
the
not
same with
want-
that. I was
Because
ready
it
to
check-
sacrifice everything to
There's
make
a
sure
shift in the world once Arsenal win a European Cup.
There's a shift in the
And
world
you
if
can't
Tottenham
have
win a
it.
European trophy again.
You can't have it.
Like,
You know what? Yeah, I've been saying there's no way Spurs beat us in a European final.
yeah, you've been saying
For a
it
long
too
time.
loud.
Say it
But
way
then, you
too
know,
much.
as it gets
Way
closer
too
to the
much.
final, I start to shit myself. But one thing that's making me more confident is seeing Spurs fans confident. Flav's like, yeah, we're going to do them. I think I was
Mate,
seeing...
they keep beating you this season. That's why they beat you
Yeah,
all the
but
time. They beat you all the
you
time,
don't-
and they beat you. This is the
you're
one
not
that
gonna
really
win
got
4
me
in a row.
at. This is the reason that I'm struggling. They beat you, even when they didn't have their back line.
Newcastle beat us, I think, in both games in the Carabao Cup final. Yeah.
Oh God! And this is the other problem. You know, when people are talking about the injuries for Tottenham, like I've been doing so much research in this. The back line is there. So yeah, there's no Kulusevski, there's no Maddison, but they can roll with that punch because the back line is there, and he can play his high line, he can play his system because the back line are going to be there. Look, he can kind of make it work. No Kulusevski, maybe you drop Sonny
got
to the 10, you
Kulusevski,
play Tell on the
Bergvall,
wing.
Maddison that are-
Bergvall might be fit, Tell on the wing. You got Brennan Johnson for the back
Bergvall's
post
out.
tap in.
Bergman's out.
100% out because I think there's talk
I've
of
read
him-
that.
No, he was out, and now they're talking about him potentially not being out.
I don't
trust
mind them forcing him back because he'll be probably.
But you see, the thing is, they've got Basuma, who's
yeah, very good player.
very good player. Like they've got their midfield, they've got their back line. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he does something awkward, like plays Richarlison. You know, just like awkward for you though.
I don't know. I kind of feel. Obviously, Dominic Solanke's got a good record against us.
He
this
scored
season.
5 times.
He's the one that I
Scored
think we have
against
to
them
watch out
5
for.
times.
You know who I'm worried about? Pedro Porro.
Yeah, he's been good.
He stinks of a European Cup final goal.
Yeah, he does. It's a great
Doesn't he?
show.
Pedro Porro.
They got
Smashing
more
one
than enough to hurt you, man.
on the edge of the
The
box.
injuries I don't read too much into.
But it is
They got
Kulusevski
more
and
than
Maddison.
enough.
I know we all know Maddison's really average, but
Kulusevski's
Kulusevski's a good
mix.
player.
Yeah. They're fantastic players. But Tottenham aren't going to win this game, even if they had all their star players like in that way. It's going to be an ugly win regardless of who's playing.
Not if it goes the way that Postecoglou wants it to go. Postecoglou's the ugly win will be a Man United win. The glamorous win will be Tottenham 3, Man United 0. Don't you think? I think it's Man United 1, Tottenham 0. Man United 2, Tottenham 0 with a really late goal. Or
Tottenham smash.
Tottenham 3, Man United 1. Tottenham 3, Man United 0.
Do you think it's game over if they score early? I know it's a stupid question. In terms of their mentality, Man United.
No.
They
players'
could be
mentality.
2-0 up. It's
No,
not
yeah,
over.
I agree. I agree with Adam there. It's the other way, it's over. If Man United go 2-0 up, Tottenham don't come back.
Yeah,
I'm not
agree
saying
with
we
that.
definitely come back, but it's never over.
No, I agree with
Because
that.
Especially in the Europa League.
even if it's 2-0, we score 77th minute, they start going, oh. It's
Well, look
happening.
at Leon. Look at Leon.
It's
How he came back.
Yeah, they'll fight. The Manchester United resilience isn't.
You know what
questioned.
does give me confidence? Casemiro. He's the kind of guy in this European run who's gone, you know what?
Playing in Spain.
We're winning.
Yeah.
We're winning this tournament.
He
and
would
he's
have-
stepped up
how
against
many-
Leon. He's stepped up against.
How many times will he have been in that Bilbao stadium? And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sam
Like,
Mames. We've
yeah.
been there
15 times, yeah.
once already this season. Had
Yeah.
a good result out there. I
That's a
think
good
having
point, yeah.
having the
Playing
likes
there.
of
Yeah.
Kobe Mainoo being able to come off the bench, a man that, because I don't think he'll start, but a man that scored some big goals for Manchester United and has it in his locker. I'm confident.
Do you know
about
what the worry is?
him being
it's
on the
like,
bench.
It's like everything that I've learned about Manchester United. Like, do you know when Tottenham played in the Champions League final against Tottenham, against Liverpool, when it's in Madrid? I remember, right, I've got a video. I had a newborn baby. I've got a newborn baby this time, right? I had a newborn baby that time. And I was teaching her that Firmino song. There's something that the cop want you to know. Literally picture videos of me doing You'll Never Walk Alone with like a newborn. but I was never really scared that Liverpool weren't going to win.
Yeah, it's
I
obvious.
always knew that Liverpool were going to win that final and Tottenham were going to have a great day out and they would kind of recalibrate who they are because they could say the sentence, we've been to a Champions League final. But it was never going to be bigger than that. Whereas this time, I'm honestly concerned
they can beat
that
that.
the Manchester United of old, the Manchester United resilience, the Manchester United aura, it just doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Because it's not like they've had an average season and they're 9th, 8th. They're fucking relegation fodder in a normal season.
But so are they.
That's true. But
Not
it's
quite as
about
bad, is
you.
it?
What I'm worried about is you.
Is it not? It's
No,
not as bad.
no, they're
I know we've
always
got
they're
high
always
expectations,
that.
but
They're always
it's
relegation.
worse
It's worse
Yeah.
because you're a way bigger club and
Yeah.
you've got
No,
way
of
better
course,
players.
I know that, but
You
it's
just quoted
still very
Casemiro.
bad season.
That's
do you know
a
what I
big
mean?
player.
Is there any problems with Amorim? Are you like that stat? That 9 points since December is mental.
Yeah, it's horrible that. I think when you look at some of the games in there where we've played well in some and then just had a horrible result. But generally speaking, they've been poor form. But I do think we've taken one eye onto this final. Even with like kind of resting players, rotating players in and out. But the one worry that I have is if we don't beat Spurs, that game at Old Trafford on Sunday, the talk leading up to it, the talk after the game, because I don't think we're going to beat Aston Villa, like everything around it is going to turn very negative and very toxic. But I genuinely believe, regardless of the result on Wednesday, we stick by this guy. I think get him to pre-season, allow him to have that time in pre-season. I think there's going to be a lot of players that leave, win or lose, in Bilbao. I think there's already 3 or 4 that have contracts expiring, the likes of Christian Eriksen, Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans, Tom Heaton. And then I think there's going to be another 4 or 5 or 6 that leave. So you've kind of got to give the manager time to bring some players in and replace what's there. But the form has been...
5 months is a lot of time. It's not like he's been there a week now.
Out of these two managers, both desperate for silverware in different ways, who do you think it means more to? Who needs this success more?
Weirdly, I think it's Amorim because he's at such a big football club. It's not like they're both Man United level clubs. This is Tottenham Hotspur. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, really. Getting to the finals, some sort of achievement. But Manchester United have to win finals.
Can I
They
make a
have to win
case why it's the
finals.
other way around? I think Postecoglou needs it because Amorim will have another go next season. Postecoglou, I think, leaves this season regardless of whether he wins or loses. If he leaves a loser, it's over.
His reputation's done, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas,
He can go, I'm the only guy to win a trophy for Spurs.
yeah,
The rest of it wasn't my fault.
yeah, he can basically say, I delivered Tottenham their best season
See, I
since
agreed
the
with
60s.
him. I agreed with Buvey, but you just kind of
Yeah.
maybe changed my
Postecoglou
mind.
can say, I delivered Tottenham their best ever season
But
since the 60s.
is there a
This is
lack of
Amorim.
thing
He's
where...
coming from the
But
Champions
he goes
League.
again next
Coming-
year,
You know,
coming
like when the
from
fans are,
Lisbon.
you know, like United fans will be there expecting to win.
Yeah.
Spurs fans will be hoping to win.
Yeah.
Do you think that brings added pressure to
I
Amorim
feel
with
like
it?
if they lose to Tottenham, I think
You lose.
it's horrific. Beat Tottenham, they can paint the season in a fairly positive complexion. And this year, I think that we have all, and by us, I mean us, but also our world has all been very kind to Amorim. Nobody's really held him to account because he's just arrived. Next season, the gloves are off. He delivers, or it is this geezer.
It'll be
needs to
very.
sacked.
Also, if we lose that game, I mean, even if we win that game, I think the start of next season, if you have a start like, you know, remember Brentford, Brighton, was it? Where we 4-0, 2-1, we lose those 2 games, and suddenly it looks that wasn't under him, but you get the point I'm making. Like things do switch straight away. One thing I think needs to happen, and he needs to do it, and I don't think he will because it's his only striker. But remember when Ten Hag dropped Højlund last May in the final and we won it?
Kobe Mano wasn't it false 9?
I don't think it was. It might have
He
kind
scored,
of
didn't
been
he? Yeah.
like the way they played.
Yeah.
Like eventually, I think it was Bruno technically.
Yeah, yeah.
Kobe Mano pushed. We need to drop him.
Mate, can
Just
Højlund
drop
leave this summer?
Yeah, he leaves this summer.
Who bids for him?
I think someone in Italy.
Someone takes a real punt because it's a cheap
He
punt.
goes on loan with an option, or
Cheap.
you know,
They
something
want
like
their
that.
money back.
They won't get anywhere near their money.
But
Back.
they're gonna,
70 million
that's
pounds.
not going to be a cheap option because he's on a massive
No,
contract.
it will be a huge
You'll get like
cheap option.
20,
He
30
should
million.
be cheap, but he won't be, will he? Because he's on a massive.
He's not on.
massive
He's not on a
contract.
big contract.
Is he not?
He's not on.
He's
a,
on.
No.
150 a week.
We did stop. I mean, it might be big for someone like.
Someone who's rubbish at football. When you're looking at Xerxes, whilst I don't necessarily rate him that highly, I can see that there is a very talented footballer within. And if somebody can unlock it and make it work, and also with Xerxes, you go, what is he doing in half a decade? Because it could be very impressive. With Højlund, you're like, This geezer in half a decade is going to be looking for a club. Do you know what I
Or a
mean?
job.
This geezer
You'll
is
need
like
a CV on
It's like
LinkedIn.
Connor
He's
Wickham.
going to be playing for Kaiser.
You'll need LinkedIn gold.
It's Connor Wickham.
100%.
Isn't it?
Connor Wickham, yeah, he's not better than Connor Wickham.
Stop depressing me with talk about Hoyland. Score predictions.
Tottenham 3, Manchester United 1.
Oh, you're a cretin.
Manchester United 2, Tottenham, and I want it to go like this, just for my nerves. I want it to go like this. Manchester United are 1 up within 10 minutes, and then they're 2 up with 10 minutes
They
left.
bottle it, Royce.
Just both ends of the game. Perfect.
Spurs score first.
No, I can't live like that. I'm not living like that. No, they don't.
Bruno
Adam.
Fernandes
Don't do a
scores.
different prediction. That doesn't happen. I'm
Bruno
not watching Man
Fernandes
United.
scores, and then Casemiro gets the winner.
Mate, I'm not sitting here watching.
They score first, you bottle it. 100, you get back into the game.
Mate,
After
if Tottenham go 1-0 up, I'm going home.
I'll do a
Alpha,
solo stream.
If Spurs win, lock him in here.
No,
because that is great
you
viewing
have to
for
lock
the
that
people
door.
at
I'm not
home.
watching Tottenham lift a trophy. I can't.
No, you don't have to watch that, but you have to watch the full-time whistle.
If Tottenham are ever winning by 2, I'm up for doing the game. But if Tottenham ever go 2 clear, end stream.
That could be quite funny.
Yeah, contractual. Alpha's bringing in the contractual law.
Mate, you'll have to do a solo. Can you do a monologue stream?
Look, we'll change the channel to neighbours. 100%.
No, you know how Chekhov wrote that one-man play?
Yeah.
Can you just do that?
What, Uncle Vanya?
Can you just do that for the...
I never went to drama school.
Yeah, well, I can't watch Tottenham win silver. I just can't.
It's going to be a long day.